everyone, my name is Cass Clark. Welcome back to my channel. I'm looking crusty today. I look icky, but that's okay. I have a product review coming for you guys because I ran out of foundation and I've been using Maybelline Fit Me foundation for like the past 2 or 3 years. Ever since I've been using makeup, I've been using the Maybelline just because I go to the drugstore and I don't really want to go, or in the past I didn't want to go like shop for any different kinds of foundation. But I saw that Makeup by Mario came out with a new foundation and I've been wanting to try out some of his products for quite a long time. I've also seen I haven't watched any videos of people reviewing this, but I've seen a couple like reels and TikToks of it where it looks really glittery and pretty. So I'm gonna try this out for you guys today and we're gonna see how it does. This is the Surreal Skin Foundation. It's got a little blurb here about how he put his heart and soul into this to show the beauty from within. It seems like a really big package compared to the other. I should have brought my other foundation over here, but I don't have time for that. So I'm gonna bust this bad boy open and get to today's video. So you guys will be glad to know, anybody that has been watching me or anybody that, you know, has seen any of my previous videos, I bought myself a ring light, which is beautifully bright. It's coming on my face. Oh, yes, it's coming on my face. And I feel so much better about the lighting now because I'm like lit up and y'all can see me properly and y'all can see what I'm doing properly. And I also bought a table. So I'm on a table right now and my layout's different just because I don't have to sit at my little teeny tiny desk. So the desk that I was using previous to this is kind of small. It's short. It does not have a lot of area space on it, but I bought just a card table and I thought that that would work out pretty well just because I don't have a lot of space and I wanted something that if I need to close it up, I can just fold it up and put it somewhere else and it won't be in the way. So this is really cute packaging. Ooh. She's kind of big. Now, I want to tell you guys which shade I bought because I am pale as all hell. And I want to say I got the lightest shade that I could find, but I do not. I think there were a couple shades that were sold out because people are buying this like crazy. Yeah, I got the 2 neutral shade. This is what it looks like. It looks really, really nice. This actually doesn't really look glittery. So, well, actually, kind of, it's a little bit glittery. I don't know if you guys will be able to tell from my camera because I'm just using my iPhone, but slightly glittery. So I'm going to prime my face now. I am excited for life. I've like taken my time to heal and recover, and ooh, y'all, yesterday I did something that I literally thought was impossible, and I am beyond proud of myself, and I am excited for life again. I know I get like depressed and I'm like, I don't want to live, and it lasts for a few months, but then I do something, I get over it and I'm like, yeah, I love life, I love living my life. But for those of you who don't know me like in real life or don't know like the inner workings of my life, I did not get my license when I was 16 years old because I was scared to, and I did not like practice as much as I should have practiced. I never ended up getting it. When I was 16 or 17, I went to the DMV and my birthday fell on one of the days that you need to test on, and I passed the written test, passed my class and everything like that with beautiful, like amazing scores. But I got to that driven test and dude asked me to do a turnabout and I was like, I don't know what a turnabout is. So I kind of like freaked out and started crying and I just straight up failed my test. But I let that scare me and like really hold me back from pursuing trying again, which I regret because yesterday I went and I took my driving test and I passed. And now I am a licensed driver. I have a car set up. It's like in the shop right now. We're looking to see what's wrong with it. And then I'm going to obviously pay for whatever's wrong with it and get that fixed up. So before I go in with the foundation, I'm going to go in with concealer. I always put on concealer before I put on foundation, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that on one side of my face, and then on the other side of my face, I'm going to do the opposite so that you guys can see different effects. Sorry if y'all hear anything. Apartment complexes got neighbors. So I'm going to put it just very minimally where I normally would. like over any blemishes, under eyes, above my eyes, where my eyebrows should be. I shaved them off fresh for y'all today. I don't know if I'm gonna do my makeup after this. I might just do a base with the foundation, because that's, you know, the whole point of the video. And I don't want to keep you guys here on this video for forever. So we will see. We will see. I'm using the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. That's the concealer I always use. I'm using a lot of e.l.f. products today. I use the e.l.f. primer as well. I don't know if I mentioned that. This is the Poreless Face Primer. We're on a budget, so yes, love e.l.f. It is affordable, and it is always good quality products. I'm gonna blend this out. I have a damp beauty blender. I used to use it dry, and then one day I realized that I was stupid. I know, like, probably a couple videos ago, I was like, I'm using a dry beauty blender because it doesn't matter if it's wet. There's no difference. And there's a difference if you're actually using good products. Like, if you're just using drugstore products and whatever, it doesn't really, like, matter that much. But if you're gonna want your makeup to last all day and not, like, look cakey and icky, you want it to be wet. So I learned that kind of the hard way. I'm just using this also as a mirror because I don't have a little mirror yet. So there, if you guys can see with the concealer and without the concealer, I'm already looking quite a bit better than I was looking before. But now we're gonna go in. I don't have a brush to test this out for you guys today, and I'm sorry, but I've just never used a brush for foundation. If y'all want me to do it, let me know and I will go buy one. But pump's really nice. The previous foundation I had, you just dump it out, so I'm actually probably gonna enjoy having a pump a bunch. I'm gonna put, I think, like a pump and a half of this on my hand. It takes a few pumps to get it actually up and moving. Ooh. There's 2 pumps on my hand. So I'm gonna swatch it on my skin before I do anything else, because I don't know how this is going to translate. I don't know if that's quite my shade or not. I think that it'll blend out fine. I don't know. We'll see as we go. So I'm gonna put this on my face with my fingers, and then I'm gonna spread it with the beauty blender. I feel like that helps me get more even product distribution, because if I'm just picking it up with the blender, this is actually really thick. It feels on my fingers. It feels nice and kind of like paint, actually. I know I compare a lot of products to paint, but that's just because it's comparable and I paint as often as I physically and possibly can. So there's that 1.5 pump. I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna blend it out now and see what we can do. I'm gonna start right here. And it's looking slightly dark on me, but that's okay. I can make that work. I can lighten it up with concealer or whatever I need to do, you know? This is pretty full coverage for only having like 1 pump of it. I feel like this bottle's gonna last for a decent amount of time. The bottle I had of foundation previous was a little bit smaller, if not the same size than this one, and it lasted me about a year. I don't do my makeup every single day. I do it like only when I feel like I have an event that's warranting me doing makeup, like if I'm gonna go out to eat, or if I like have an important event at work, or if I just want to like look cute. If I feel down about myself, then I'll do my makeup to make myself feel a little bit better, and that always helps. It's definitely a game changer. So yeah, guys, this is like a night and day difference from before I had the foundation on, honestly, and I'm here for it. It's evening out my skin tone. I feel a little bit dark, but I don't really feel like I need much more product other than this. And I just realized also, I forgot to bring over in this area my powder and setting spray, but I'll go get it in a minute, it's okay. And I'm gonna get a slight, tiny, little, teeny bit more, not even a full pump, just a teeny, tiny bit, to touch up some areas that could use a little bit more. I don't know if it's that visible on the camera, but from where I stand, I'm like, there's a couple areas that need a little bit more work. Always blend it down into your neck as well, especially if it doesn't quite match your skin tone. And I'm gonna put it on my ears as well because it's a little dark, and I don't want to look like I have like super white flashy ears or a super white neck. That's just not gonna be a good look. I like this, so I'm like crinkling my forehead up a bunch. I'm very expressive in my forehead, and that is usually the first thing to, if it's going to crease or have any issues, it's gonna be my forehead, which sucks, but there's nothing so far. So I'm pretty happy with this, because with my other foundation, I would put it on and then I would have to put powder or something on my forehead or keep blending it out immediately so that it wouldn't crease up and just look crinkly. Anyways, I'm scared to put the lid back on it. It's got like stuff in it. I feel like I'm gonna break it, but no, it just has a nice tight fit. Okay. So this is the side that I put the concealer on before. No concealer on this side. I'm gonna go ahead and put concealer on this side just to finish it up, make it look a little bit more polished. I should have taken a little before reel of my skin before I did this, but that's okay. I can like screenshot it and put them side by side to compare for y'all if I need to do that. I'm putting it in the exact same spots. I'm gonna go down the bridge of my nose again and on my chin, because that's usually where I will put my concealer. A little teeny tiny bit on my forehead too. I'm really liking the way both of these products work together, at least so far on this side. We'll see how I feel about it on top. Sometimes even if I'm looking like extra icky, I'll do both. Like I'll put a little concealer and then I'll do the foundation and then I'll do a little bit more concealer. But I don't think we're gonna need that today. I was just looking slightly rough, so I'm gonna blend this out gently. Honestly, I'm really liking this. I've never spent more than like $12 on a foundation, so this is my first time like splurging for that higher end thing, and honestly it's worth it. It's like, I think I paid $45 for this. I don't know, but yeah, it was not cheap, but didn't break the bank either, so I'd recommend it if you have the money to try it. I feel weird because I feel like every product that I've tried so far on this I have really liked, but that's also because I freaking wait a really long time before I buy products usually, and I make sure that it's gonna be something that I'm gonna really like before I buy it. So there's that. I'm creasing a little bit under my eye because I put the foundation on after, or because I put the concealer on after the foundation on this eye. So I'm gonna try and like remedy that. Yeah. I'm just blending it out. Don't know if that's gonna work. I'm at, what, 13 minutes in? Woof. So I'm gonna pause this and I'm gonna go grab my setting spray and my powder so that I can actually like set my face. And then I'm gonna do a little bit of contouring and blush and highlighting and all that jazz. And I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So I'm gonna actually see if I can zoom in on my face. Can I? Will it let me? I don't think it's gonna let me zoom in on my face. So I'm just gonna get up in your business. I'm on like a little ottoman type stool, so that's always fun. But it's looking, there's a little bit of creasing in my forehead wrinkles where I did that thing. And again, you can see that it's not quite my color, but it doesn't look bad, especially from like normal person's distance away. It doesn't look bad. I'm so sad because this is definitely not my skin tone. And I don't know what to do about that. But this is my first time buying foundation online, so I guess I learned the hard way. I know my skin's like a cooler tone. If I'm wrong, correct me please, but I feel like my skin's a cooler tone, so maybe this neutral wasn't the best idea, and I maybe should have just waited until the other one was in stock. But again, from further away, looks perfect, looks amazing. Up close, I'm trying to think of any other. My skin's kind of dry right now because I just got out of the shower and I didn't really moisturize it, but it looks a little bit patchy on my nose and under eyes. But that is a my skin problem, not a this product problem, I can assure you of that. So I'm going to powder my face under my eyes and stuff and on my forehead, just to try to fix the wrinkles. I'm gonna go and blend that out a little bit again. if I make a bunch of faces while I'm waiting for my makeup to set before I put powder or anything on it, it'll do that. It does that with like every single foundation. So I can't be too mad about it. I'm still using Airspun, and my container's broken as well, so I'm trying not to shoot it all over myself. I didn't do that bad today. Got a little bit on me, but not a ton. I got this little kabuki brush from the dollar store, and you can put it on my forehead. I don't usually bake my whole entire face, but if it's a heavier product, I'm gonna at least put a little bit of powder on to seal it in. I don't really bake it and leave it sit. I'll just put a little and press it into my face and then brush off any excess that is on there, which works for me. Do whatever works for y'all, but that is just what works for me. So now I'm going to contour my face. I got like a little itchy right here, but I'm gonna contour my face just to see how products work on top of the foundation today for y'all, and also for myself. Guess what? Guess what kind of product I'm using to do my contour? I'm using e.l.f. again. Love e.l.f. Can't go wrong with it. I have this Maybelline brush. It's a contour brush, and then this is from the dollar store. I don't know what it is, but that's what we're gonna be using. And also, for my nose, I have this little skinny eyeshadow brush that I'm gonna be using. So let's see what we can do with this. I usually mix the bottom two shades because my face is very pale, and if I go in with the darkest shade, it is just going to look kind of goofy on me. So I do fair mix of both, blow it off just slightly, a little bit. And I'm gonna carve out my cheekbones a little bit. I'm gonna do my nose, and I'm gonna bronze myself up a little bit, which I usually do not do at all. But since this is just a darker foundation on me, slightly too dark for my skin, I think that'll help even it out and make it look more cohesive on my face. So we got that. I'm gonna take teeny tiny little baby brush, just so my nose doesn't look quite as, you know, I want it to look skinny. I want it to look snatched. So I usually take it from my eye socket where that ends right here and up. We'll form a little triangle and do that on both sides. Again, I'm mixing both colors here to do this. And make a little triangle. That's not too hard to do. And then I'll bring it down with the excess that's on the brush. Don't really have a ton of product on it at this point. I can't speak English, and I put a little bit under here just to make it, you know, bring it all together. So I do that, and then I'll take the lightest shade in the palette, the highlight shade, and I will highlight my nose. This is not the highlighter that I'm going to be using, but I find that if I do that, it helps it keep its shape while I blend it out. And I'm just going to blend it out with this little Maybelline brush that I just used to contour my face. And I'm using only the tip of it and just patting it into my skin a little bit more than it is. So there's one side of my nose contour done. Contour. I love contouring. I used to be really bad at it. The first year I ever went to homecoming in high school, I tried to contour and I just went with like the darkest shade and didn't even blend it out, and it looked really bad. But you live and you learn. That is what I've learned, at least. So my Dollar General brush, I'm gonna go in with the mid shade only, not the dark shade, not at all. And I'm gonna pop this on kind of my hairline, blend that in so it doesn't look like dark light if anybody happens to see my hairline, which I don't think so because I'm not going out tonight. I'm pretty sure I'm not going out tonight, so I am just doing this for y'all's sake, to keep my sanity too. I don't really when people are doing this, it's usually to make their forehead smaller. I don't really need to do that because I already have like a very small face, but I get it. I'm also gonna press it into where my cheekbones are as well. That's just making my contour that I did earlier just ever so slightly deeper. And I'm noticing that this needs blended out just a tiny bit more than it was. So we'll do that. Lordy. Okay, so I think that is pretty good on my contour for today. And I'm gonna put some blush on. I'm not using an actual blush. I don't care enough about that. I'm gonna go in with this palette, Natasha Denona, again. And I'm gonna use their pinky shades as my blush today because I love using eyeshadow as blush, my favorite thing to do. I'm gonna mix together Belle and Holly, the two pink shades in the middle, and I'm gonna make those my blush today. I just put it right up here. I like putting it in a line like above where my contour is. Some people will smile and do the apples of their cheeks, but I just like I wear blush almost every single day, even if I'm not wearing makeup. So I just put it where I see fit, and it's at the highest point of my cheekbone, and then above that goes highlighter. So I'll do the highlighter in a minute, but we've got this. And I'm just building it up slowly because I would rather put on too little and build it up than put on a ton and then have to work with bringing it back down. That is just the easiest thing to do, is to build it up slowly. So that's looking actually really, really nice. I put a teeny tiny bit of it on my nose, just because why not? It makes you look brought together and everything. Tiny bit on my lips too. I always do that because I want everything to be cohesive and be brought together. So there's that. I'm trying to think of the highlighter. Is I think the last thing that I'm going to do on video. I might do my face off camera just so that you guys aren't here with me for an hour or 45 minutes or something like that today, because this video doesn't really need to be that long, but I kind of want to do more makeup just to have a full face and like give this I don't know what I'm trying to, you know, I can't think of the words I'm trying to use here. I want a full look with this foundation. Excuse me. Just to show you guys how it works with makeup on top of it, how, you know, just how everything looks when you would use it with other stuff as well. I'm using the Pearl Butter Bronzer, or Butter Bronzer Highlighter. Butter highlighter, not a bronzer. I've never used a bronzer, but I honestly probably should. Maybe I'll do that this summer. I usually go for not bronzing at all and just being very pale because I like the aesthetic of that, and my skin is so light that I feel like it would be really hard for me to look good with anything dark, even darker contour than I have on right now. So I'm putting this just right above where I put that highlight. Got it on my nose. Looks really good. Looks really cute. Put it on the inner corner of my eye. Boop. Beautiful. And I'm not gonna do makeup today. I'm not gonna do that. I've changed my mind a million times. I'm gonna put a little bit right here. Highlight my brow bone. Just glowing. Love that. I'm glad that I shaved off my eyebrows, because if I didn't, I would have had stubble and it would have made it look pretty rough actually today. So we'll do just a little bit up there. And the minimal teeny tiny bit of makeup that I am going to do is I'm going to put on some lips, and I'm going to do mascara as well, because who doesn't love mascara? I'm going in with CoverGirl. This is the Lash Blast Fusion, and it is actually, the interesting thing about this mascara is that it is a brown mascara, which I really enjoy. I'm going to bring up a mirror here because I'm literally so blind I can't barely see myself in my phone. But it's a brown mascara, which is really nice because, ooh, It's more natural looking and more buildable than the black mascara. And for me, my lashes are so long and thick that I don't need much help, especially if I'm going for a more natural look. Like, that's just one layer and already compared to the other side. Wow. I'll put a little bit on the lower lash line as well. And in this eye. I'm really excited. I'm going back to work in 3 days now. And I know I had a video where I was talking about dreading work and whatever, but since I've taken time to recover and take care of myself and like work on bettering myself, get my license, get a car, do those things, I've also been working on getting into a better routine. So I'm really, really hopeful that things are gonna look up when I go back to work, especially with my schedule being more consistent. I'm only gonna be working 4 days a week instead of working 5 or 6, which I am immensely grateful for my GM for letting me do that, because that's not something that most people want to do. But I just want to be able to have a ton of free time, and I want to be able to film videos, and I want to be able to go on trips and go and do this and do that, and I just want my life to feel more free and less like a prison, if that makes any sense. So I'm also doing my lips. I'm going in with the Clinique Black Honey. This is a mini, I have like a hair stuck in my nail from my cat, but this is a mini version of their Black Honey lipstick, or almost lipstick. I really like this shade. It looks beautiful. So I'm gonna get real close again to do it. And yeah. This particular lipstick, I feel like just brings out the natural color of whatever your lips look like, and I'm in love with it. I love it. Also, this ring light is making me so happy. I'm so glad that I invested in this stuff. Y'all have no idea. Yeah. And it'll darken a little bit too, as you have it on for a moment. Or maybe my eyes are just adjusting to it. I do not know. I usually let it sit for a minute and then deepen it wherever it needs it deepened. We'll do that. And also, I'm feeling a little bit funky today, so I'm gonna go in with another e.l.f. product, swear to God. This is their Mint Melt Lip Plumping Gloss, because I want to gloss on top of this. I want to look really cute today, tonight, until I wash my face off in like 20 minutes. So this is their green lip pumping gloss. You can get this at Walmart or any drugstore. They still sell it, even though I got it like a year ago. Now mine's kind of pink because I usually put on another lipstick and then put the gloss on over it, but this is just so pretty. It's like a nice minty green. It looks fresh, funky. It stings a little bit because it's a pumping gloss, but that's what you get with pumping glosses. And there is that. So I overall really like the way that this looks. I feel like I could go out in public and have like a nice, good, fun time. And I am curious though about how long it'll last before it starts to get funky. Because a lot of the time when I wear foundation or when I wear makeup throughout the day, because I work in fast food, again, I'm working with grease and icky stuff, and I sweat and my skin is oily naturally, so I worry about it getting really gross and crusty and cakey on my face throughout the day, which I'm not working today, so I can't show you guys like a wear test of it, but I will be sure to do that probably as soon as I go back to work, because I am gonna want to be doing get ready with me's and wearing makeup, and I want to do vlogs, and I want to do all that type of stuff with you guys. So be sure to stay tuned if you're interested in that. Definitely let me know if there's any new products that have come out that y'all want to see me try out. Let me know, and I will buy them if I can afford them, and if not, then I will just wait. But I'm really excited for this year. I feel like this year is going to be a really good year. Thank you for watching. If you stayed for this whole video, leave a like, subscribe, comment, let me know, like, again, introduce yourselves. I think I said that on my last video, but if y'all are watching this, I'm curious to know, like, a little bit about you. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell me, like, what was your favorite part of the video, or why you're here. What are you doing? You just sitting and munching on something? That's what I do when I watch YouTube, so, yeah, at this point, I'm just kind of rambling, so I am going to skedaddle, but I hope you all have a wonderful and amazing day, and I will be back very soon with another video.